taught my name. A narrow rope of days, a quiet, steady claim. Feet learn the grammar of the thin and high. Breath measured small as if each step was why. You came in slow, like weather changing mind. You touched the horizon, shifted how I find. The small things in my chest began to rearrange. Your kindness was a tremor, subtle and strange. You shook my world with your kindness. You shook my world and I did not know the sound. You shook my world with your kindness. You stirred the place where my balance kept me bound. I did not know that softness had a shape. My hands held tight to rules that never break. I kept my center like a lamp against the wind, not knowing tenderness could be a way to mend. You did not hurry, you kept coming near. Your patience moved like tide, very clear. You pressed no maps into my closed fist. You let the quiet teach me how to trust. You shook my world with your kindness. You shook my world and I could not place my face. You shook my world with your kindness. You opened up the corners of my guarded space. I looked for echoes of the self I'd known, but every mirror met a face half grown. The lines I wore as armor fell away, one careful miracle at a time by day. You asked for nothing, only stayed the course. You let your presence be a steady, gentle force. And when the nights returned with old alarms, you kept the steady light that would disarm. You shook my world with your kindness. You shook my world until the edges moved. You shook my world with your kindness until I felt the ground, until I thought to choose. Sometimes I thought I recognized the sound of my own voice, small on safer ground. But recognition came slow and soft and new, a language learned in breaths that were not true. Your kindness was a patient, simple rule. You did not fix, you only sat and stayed the school. You taught my hands to find a different hold, to rest, to set the rope aside, to fold. You shook my world with your kindness. You shook my world until I let the rope go slack. You shook my world with your kindness. stumble, close the brink. I do not step as if the only way is sink. I feel a steadier place beneath the skin, a softer gravity that draws me in. You shook my world with your kindness. You